All right. So finally arrived. This came from FedEx. Took about 4 days to get here. I actually ordered it from Amazon rather than directly, just because I feel like their shipping, I don't know. If there's usually an option, I usually go through Amazon just because I know their shipping is predictable. So I was happy to get this. Got it yesterday afternoon. It is heavy. I know they all say that on other reviews, but it's hard to. It was hard just to get it off the front steps into the house. So took all I had. You can see I have not opened it. Haven't broken the seal at all because I wanted to do a video. So we're going to unbox it here, and I don't have the panels. I think the estimated delivery date is the 20th for those, so we're still about 10 days out on getting the panels. That's okay. We can get familiar with the unit. I really wish they were here though. I've also got some accessory cables and stuff ordered as well. So your black styrofoam. Looks like there's just 2 pieces of foam in here. Ecoflow box here, sealed. With all your cables in here. And I'll go through those in a second. Here is the unit itself. We can't. Like I said, it is heavy. It's much easier to handle with those handles and getting it out of the box than trying to pick up the box. There's not any handles on the box, so just take note. So I think so here's the unit. This is up here. Handle comes out nicely. And roll it where you need it. Oh, the handle does. Okay, I didn't have the handle extended all the way out. As you can see, rolls really good. I did not clean up my mess, so you got a few things laying around. Doesn't want to roll over that carpet very well. There we go. We'll set this here, move some pillows and laptops out of the way. Alrighty, let's first things first, we'll go through our cables here. That's what I couldn't find online, exactly the lengths of any of the cables or anything, so it looks like okay, fairly decent length on the, was this 12 gauge on? Yeah, 12 gauge on the MC4 connectors, and it looks like about 8 gauge on the XT60, or the solar XT60. And that's all hooked together right here, 2 into 1. And 12 volt, I call it 12 volt. I always call these 12 volt. XT60 to 12 volt, XT60 to MC4, and then your barrels. Here's your AC cord. Do not use other cables to charge. And I don't even remember what this one was for. I'll have to look and see. All right, so user manual has not been opened and is completely sealed. Register for a 24-month warranty. Okay. Smart generator adapter is what that plug was. So kind of odd that they include that in the with just the Delta Pro. You would think that would have been more something they would include in the with the smart generator if you were to buy the smart generator, but directions for non-MC4s. Okay. Getting started. I'll buzz through this so you don't have to watch. Getting started. So here's ports, Anderson port, 12 pairing, battery, air code. It has a carbon monoxide detector. I didn't know that. It appears it's fairly straightforward. Well, all I can say is do like the fact that they did I've got an outlet. Now I plan on putting it over there, but for just the ease of getting to it right now, like I said, don't have anything hooked to it. Charging is on the back, and that panel was open. So we will plug it up for the first time. Just powered up, 30% charge, as most have received theirs with. Fan kicks on pretty much immediately. You see our input wattage is up to 1200, 1300, 14, 15, 16, 'Still gradually coming up. 1650. Charge time remaining 2 hours. So it looks about like 1660 is where we're going to end up. The fan is not that loud. It's like sounds very like an insulated fan. It's less than the Midea air conditioner. That's for sure. But it's supposed to be. That's just the fan. And it's not really, it's just dissipating heat. But we'll get that charged up. Like I said, I'm going to go ahead and download the app and see if I can't get it all connected up. All right, so just got it linked up. Pretty simple process. It wants to link up to your Bluetooth first. Couldn't get it to immediately link up to the Wi-Fi, so I went ahead and did the Bluetooth, which was, it immediately found it. Messed around with it for a minute, and then went back to try the Wi-Fi setup again, and everything was there. Before, it wouldn't let me. It didn't auto-populate. You basically connect to the connection on the machine, but then it wouldn't let me enter my network credentials. After that, it worked just fine, and it is all set up for Bluetooth and Wi-Fi. And another one of the main reasons, it seems kind of minor, but the ability to monitor when you're not on site, for me, was a big reason why I went ahead and got this unit. But yeah, so here's the app. It's showing be fully charged in an hour and 38 minutes. We're sitting right above 40% right now. And I've had a timer running since the first 2 hours. So it's been about 14 minutes, 13 minutes. And it's came up almost 11%. I did set the parameter for not to go below 20%. And I set it at 90% on the max. I've seen some people set them at 80, some people leave them all the way up. It's my understanding with lithium iron phosphate, there's not a whole lot of downside in complete discharging. But like I said, that's, I guess, speculative. But just to err on the side of caution, I set those parameters up. Of course, we're not using anything right now, just charging the unit. It shows all your ports and what they're going to pull. Input, output, pretty simple unit. You can rename it, change your charging parameters for your AC charge speed, which is your wall, your cars, your 12 volt. I'm not it just beeped at me. I don't know why it beeped at me. Maybe it's just letting me know it's there. I don't know. Screen brightness. The timeout features are pretty nice. I don't know. Well, once we get our panels and decide what we're going to actually run on this, then we'll decide how we're going to time those out. I've got the screen to never time out right now just because I'm sitting here watching it. Looks like there's a firmware update available. Like I said, I'm going to charge it first and then go from there. But yeah, pretty exciting stuff. Really was a breeze to get connected after, like I said, just go through the Bluetooth pairing first and then try to do your Wi-Fi connection. Should work fine. All right, so I set the parameters to 90%. At 90%, I had to run a couple errands, so I've been gone about 2.5 hours. When it got to 90%, it was still drawing, it dropped the wattage down, still drawing a little over 100 watts. And I didn't know if it was going to continuously do that or not, but it has stopped now, so it's not pulling anything from the AC power. And like I said, but it went on up to 93%. So I'm not real sure why it did that, but I don't necessarily have an issue. But what I'm going to do now is close this panel back up. I'll try to anyways. Really want to go back in there too well. There we go. There. All right, so I'm going to plug the Midea into the unit for the first time. This has not been, I haven't tested it. I haven't, it's been the first thing it's ever ran. So I will plug that in just to see if there's any. And like I said, so we will turn the AC port on. Now it was showing that it would pull the air conditioner. This air conditioner unit would pull, I think it would pull a watt or two. But it doesn't appear that it's going to. So I'm going to turn it on. Maybe that's just when it was off. I think I've got it completely off now. When I had just the system off, then it would draw a watt or two, but I've got it completely off right now. So I don't know if we'll get on here and log into the air conditioner. And I don't know if it will pull up with it being completely powered off, because I haven't turned it on since, so that may be the issue. I bet that's it. If there's a, maybe it needs to be reset. Oh, those are the, I'm sorry, I pushed the wrong button here. I'd turned the DCs on. These are the ACs. So there we go. Now, it appears the unit is powered up. Let me turn this, change this to where I was just messing with it and change it to the screen would time out in 10 seconds. So we'll change that. So okay. Guess that all appears correct. Showing the power off here. Now we're going to turn it on. Okay. And as you can see, it's pulling the power from the AC power, the wall power, at the exact same rate that it's pulling. So it's just basically flow charging. My best guess. Or it's not using the unit right now. It's my best guess. Or I guess it would be. So I really should have. Let's turn this. We're going to turn the AC back off, the air conditioner. It's going to blow for a second. Okay, now that's powered down. And now I'm going to unplug the Ecoflow from the wall. And now I'm going to turn the air conditioner back on. It's powering up. It's pulling. So there we go. Right now, just running the fan. It is 63 degrees or 64, so it's only powering the fan. We'll see if it'll step up. You can run the fan for 48 hours, 2 days. We are in eco mode, so let's turn eco mode off. See if we can get it to draw a little more. We may have to wait till it gets a little warmer. So, okay. Well, that's power. The unit is powering it. Plus, but we're only pulling 30 watts. So, even on we will, supposed to get about 81 today. So I guess we'll try this again after a while. I've got only thing I'm running on my central heating and air is the fan, the circulating fan. So it should heat up this afternoon, and we'll try it again. Okay, so it just kicked on. Compressor just kicked on, pulling 200 watts. 250. Looks like a second stage is kicking in. 300. So it's about the highest 357, 361, 364. And then it seems to have 362. So 93%. And of course this is dynamic, so it changes the 9 hours, but we could run at this state for 9 hours with a 93% charge. So I'm going to leave that on. I may just leave it on. Well, I really want the inside to heat up to see if we can get this thing to pull more, the air conditioner unit to pull more power. I have a feeling it's going to pull a lot more power once it's, I think we just saw 371. Yeah. I think it'll pull a larger load once it actually heats up. And I did turn eco mode off. That may be the only reason why it never even kicked in. Okay, well, we'll see that, and we will check in. Let's see, I think that 371 or 374 was about the highest I've seen. It appears going to be hover around right around 350 for the most part. And if that stays true, then I can definitely 9 hours, 9 solid hours of running this would be fantastic. So I'm going to go ahead and turn it off to see if we can get it to heat up inside a little more, and I'll come back after a while. All right, so I ran the unit all day yesterday while I was home. And it kept this room cool, for sure. I think the highest I got on the power pool was around 550. Got up to about 83 degrees, 83, 84 degrees yesterday. And the most it ever pulled was 550, and that wasn't for long. Most of the time it's around 350 to 450. Is what it pretty much ran at yesterday. It's cooler this morning, but as you can see, we started off at 93%. Ran it all day that I was here yesterday, so I would say a good 4 or 5 hours. And we're still at 23% of our battery. That is the only thing I ran off of it yesterday. So from 93, so 70% charge on a pretty warm day. Like I said, don't have the panels yet. I don't know if they're going to be in this week or next. Still waiting on my shipping confirmation. Still waiting on my shipping confirmation. But depending how much sun we get, I believe this is absolutely going to work. I've got it set at 65 right now. So I'm very pleased. Got this thing set to, I'm just running it this morning. I've got it set to cut off at 20%. So I'm going to sit here and check that out and see how well, or see just what that looks like when it when you set the parameter to cut off at 20%. So yeah, all is good. Just ready for the panels. I'll let you know when we get them.